Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about a topic which interests me a lot, alternate reality games. Let's imagine a scene. One day, you wake up in the morning, you got an anonymous call which tells you to deliver a thing to a special place, let's say police station. And after 30 minutes, your door rings and you rush to the door, but there's no one but a bag. And here comes in another call to tell you the consequence of not doing the delivery job. Not something too serious, but something funny, like your car will be stolen. And you will keep following the instructions from the call, from the email, or from a section on the newspaper, and so forth. How exciting that is! Do you feel that you are like the protagonist in the movie? Do you want to try to explore the plot of a movie by yourself? So come on and join in. Well, that was totally like a commercial. And now, let's go back to the topic. According to Martin, Thompson, and Chatfield, alternate reality games, aka ARGs, have primarily been designed as storytelling vehicles. That's why I think alternate reality games are attractive, because people would be curious to explore more about the story in the game, and also being involved in a fictional world in the real world would be an addiction to people, since it's a new method of playing games and discovering story by themselves instead of sitting in a chair and being told by the screen is more immersive. By Jeffrey, Jonathan, Alan, and Elan, alternate reality games represent a new genre of digital gaming, designed to blur the distinction between a player's experience in the digital world inside the game and the real world outside the game. Combining online information and real-world events, ARGs bring gamers together to collectively solve puzzles and advance the game's storyline. Part of what characterizes an ARG is that the game universe is not explicitly limited to a particular piece of software or set of digital content. A typical ARG would not even acknowledge or promote the fact that it's a game, yet every website or discussion group may contain and review a potential clue. This saying basically reveals how alternate reality games work and what's the difference between ARGs and normal digital games. To me, the fascinating part of ARGs is just the blurred area between ARGs and normal games, and also the experience of exploring the story by myself. And there's another explanation of ARG. Being transmedia productions, one of their main attractions lies in their ability to transport the players to a fictional world superimposed on the reality of everyday life and delivering an interactive narrative grounded in that setting. The playstyle is largely collective, though locating content in the real world and online, players uncover piece together and influence a given narrative. So, who came up with this fabulous idea? In the 1980s, transmedia artist Joseph Metheny launched the On's Head game, inspired by play-by-mail multiplayer games run by Flying Buffalo. Though On's Head may not have set out to be an ARG, the methods by which the author interacted with participants and used different platforms to build and spread its legend has been reflected in later games. On 28th of April 2005, this world alternate reality game and this concept was invented and owned by Michael Smith, Edwin Hong, and Daniel Hong, and from that time ARGs are developing. In 2001, in order to market the movie AI, Artificial Intelligence, directed by Steven Spielberg and based on Stanley's unfinished project, and also a planned series of Microsoft computer games based on the film, Microsoft creative director Jordan Weissman and another Microsoft game designer Elan Lee conceived of an elaborate murder mystery played out across hundreds of websites, email messages, faxes, fake aids, and voicemail messages. Although the beast ran for only 3 months, it prompted the formation of a highly organized and intensely engaged community that remains active years after the game concluded. Perhaps more significantly, It inspired a number of its participants to create games adapting and expanding the model, extending it from an anomalous one-time occurrence to a new genre of entertainment, and allowing the community to grow even after the beast itself concluded. ARGs are not only used for entertaining, but also there are some promotional purposes behind it. Just like the beast, used for marketing the movie and the game series made by Microsoft. However, there is a funny example which uses ARGs as a special treatment. There is an article in a medical journal said that ARGs are even being encouraged to use for increase physical activity and decrease obesity risk of college students, which is a little bit ironic, but it's an effective way. From my perspective, ARGs can also be used to train the player's abilities of logistical thinking, analyzing, and so forth. There might be more functions of ARGs, and a lot of them might be helpful to solve some problems, like using this game to cultivate people's reasoning ability and sensitive observational ability. However, why is it not popular? Why is it not a trend? In an article, Rob notes that getting in on alternate reality games is not always easy. Often, there are underground campaigns launched without a press release, adding to the intrigue and making players feel like they are in on a secret. This is one of the explanations to this question, and it's really convincing. In my opinion, it's clearly shown that ARG is really interesting because the players would be totally immersed into the story world by playing it in the real world. I think this game can be promoted and become a trend because it has a lot of advantages. Apart from using this method to promote something particularly, for other purposes, this game will not make people addicted to it like video games do. And on the other hand, it can cultivate people's abilities of all kinds. Furthermore, more ways of interactivity and immersion will be the main factor of games in the future, just like the popularity of VR games. So that was the content for today's vlog, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye.